Have you ever had that feeling that, no matter how hard you try, money seems to slip through the cracks in life? That while others are reaping the fruits of abundance, you can barely water the seed? Don't worry, you're not alone. There is a divine promise that many ignore, but that is about to manifest in your life, and it comes loaded with financial miracles, divine provision and supernatural prosperity like you've never seen before. Maybe you are in debt, tired of running after something and not seeing results. But what if I told you that the favor you have been waiting for has already been released from above? That the time of scarcity is numbered? That the multiplication and cancellation of debts can happen in ways that completely escape human logic? Does it sound bold? That is precisely where the secret lies. In this video, I'm going to show you how to open doors that were locked, activate the promises that are already rightfully yours, and enter a new season where abundance will no longer be a distant desire, but a concrete reality. So stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear here could be the turning point between struggle and conquest. The first thing you need to understand is that God never planned scarcity for your life. He is the inexhaustible source of divine provision, and when He promises, He fulfills it, with interest and heavenly correction. Many live in fear of the end of the month, but forget that His promise is financial miracles and abundance in all areas. When you trust in this truth, even the unexpected becomes a blessing. Canceling debts. That's easy for Him. One blink of an eye and everything changes. But to live this way, you need to align your mind with heaven. No small thoughts or limiting beliefs. Start your day by declaring, "Today God's favor reaches me and supernatural prosperity invades my life." Believe me, these words have more power than you can imagine. I've heard stories of people who, just by changing their spiritual posture, received financial proposals they weren't even expecting. This is divine provision working behind the scenes. And the best part is that this promise is not just for a privileged few. It is for everyone who believes. You don't need luck, you need faith. While many people are always chasing money, those who walk with God see money chasing them. The multiplication begins in the invisible before it appears in your bank account. The secret? Position yourself as an heir to the promise, and not as a beggar for a miracle. Are you ready to experience this? You know that moment when everything seems to be going wrong and the money just isn't growing? That's when divine intervention comes into play. There's a turning point, and it's supernatural. It has nothing to do with human effort, but with favor released from heaven. When God decides to change your scenario, He doesn't ask for permission from logic. A simple connection, an idea during the middle of the night or even an unexpected deposit, and voila, the financial miracle happens. This transition is not just a temporary relief, it is a change of season. God takes the desert and transforms it into a garden. And it all begins when you give control to Him. Instead of asking, "How?" say, "I trust." There are people who witness such radical changes that even their relatives do not believe it. From scarcity to abundance in a matter of weeks. From unpayable debts to investments. From a dirty CPF to million-dollar contracts. It is divine favor, not a coincidence. But be careful, the overflow begins within. It is your mind that needs to get used to the idea of multiplication first. Change your words, change your habits, change your expectations. Start writing a new financial narrative today. Something like, "I am leaving the valley and entering the overflow." Repeat this as if you are already living it. Believe me, while you declare it, heaven is already organizing the behind the scenes of your miracle. There are times when it seems like money evaporates, right? As soon as it comes in, it's already gone. But let me tell you something with all spiritual authority, this cycle of scarcity has an expiration date, and it's now. When divine provision comes into action, even what was blocked starts to flow. Heaven doesn't work with limits, it works with abundance. A financial miracle isn't luck, it's breaking out of this pattern of constant struggle and entering a new rhythm of favor. Get ready, because what's coming next will surprise you. Some people look at their bank accounts every day and sigh, but now they'll look at them and smile. Unexpected transfers, payments released, opportunities arising from where you least expect them. This is no illusion, it's the beginning of multiplication. Small businesses growing from nothing, freelancers who barely closed deals now have a line of customers. When God's favor comes, even the algorithm changes. If you have a business, start prophesying growth. If you are unemployed, declare, "My door has already been opened." Put post-its with biblical promises in the places you look most. Remember, scarcity is not your identity. You are a child of a God who operates in overflow. And when He decides to act, no one can stop Him. So take a deep breath, because the time of living only with what is necessary is over. A daily overflow is coming. There are blessings that, according to human logic, would take years to happen. But when God decides to speed things up, He does in weeks what the world would take decades to accomplish. His intervention does not respect a schedule or calendar. A simple yes from above can transform years of effort into a signed contract in a few days. This is a financial miracle, it is the invisible hand pushing you straight to the right destination, without stops or detours. The truth is that those who walk with God do not depend only on effort, they depend on direction. While some struggle for years without results, others receive acceleration because they understand that it is favor that makes the difference. You may have done everything right up until now and still not reap the harvest you expected. Do not be discouraged. Sometimes the soil needs time, but when growth begins, it is exponential. A right connection, an idea at the right time, and boom, wealth in motion. Want a practical example? Start writing down everything that God has placed in your heart, projects, ideas, forgotten talents. Maybe that is the key to your acceleration. Do not underestimate small beginnings, because that is where heaven usually hides great miracles. Put bold goals on paper. Pray, declare and walk towards them. And remember, the time that seemed lost will be recovered twice as much. The harvest has arrived faster than you imagined. Have you ever had someone help you out of the blue? Or an opportunity that seemed unlikely come along? This is not by chance, it is divine assistance. When you walk in favor, doors open where before there were only walls. People you have never seen will start to move in your favor. Companies will notice you, contracts will come your way and you won't even know exactly how it all came together, but know this, heaven was taking care of every detail. Many people think they need to have all the contacts, the best resumes, or be in the right place at the right time. But with God's favor, the right place comes to you. He raises strategic people, changes hearts, and reorganizes situations just to put you at the center of the promise. I've heard stories of people who received a call from a company they didn't even know existed, or had their name mentioned in meetings they never attended. This is divine provision in action. So, start declaring daily, God's favor connects me with the right people. Don't underestimate the power of this phrase. It could be a new client, an unexpected partnership, a partner who appears out of nowhere. Heaven has creative ways of acting. Believe me, the supernatural is not rare, it just needs someone who is ready to receive it. And from what I see, that someone is you. Hold on tight, because big things are coming. God does not want you to live at the mercy of money. On the contrary, He called you to rule, not to beg. There is a spiritual authority that is released when you understand that you were designed to have financial dominion. This does not mean arrogance or greed, it means living with the awareness that abundance is an inheritance, not an exception. The financial miracle begins to flow when you take your place as steward of what God has entrusted to you. The problem is that many people still see themselves as victims of the situation. But you are not a victim, you are a child. And children have access. Divine provision is not just about receiving, it is about knowing how to manage, multiply, and transform a little into a lot. Have you ever thought about studying finance with a kingdom mentality? Books like The Richest Man in Babylon or Business God's Way can open your mind to this new reality. Because dominion comes with wisdom. So from today on, stop saying that money is a problem. Start declaring, I have financial control. Money serves me, it doesn't enslave me. This change in attitude changes everything. You start to act with confidence, make decisions with clarity, and attract opportunities naturally. God didn't call you to survive, He called you to reign. And reigning includes having authority over every penny that passes through your hands. If you think that God only wants to give you enough to survive, it's time to update your spiritual forecast. The sky is announcing, a storm is coming, but it will be one of financial miracles, favor and divine provision. The barns will overflow, the gates of heaven will open, and prosperity will not be occasional, but daily. This is not an exaggeration, it is a promise. And if God said that blessings will rain down, it's best to get the umbrella of faith ready. This rain is not only material, it is also emotional and spiritual. It clears debts, waters dreams, and makes forgotten projects flourish. People who were discouraged regain their spirits, frustrated entrepreneurs resume their plans with full force. It is as if life were restarted with an unlimited credit of divine grace. And do you know what happens when it rains a lot? It floods. And this flood is a multiplication of contracts, clients and ideas. Want to align yourself with this prediction? Start your day by giving thanks as if you had already received it. Say, today I am receiving a shower of prosperity and my day will be amazing. Write down daily blessings, even the small ones, and watch how they multiply. The heavens are ready to shower favor upon you, but you need to be ready to receive it. So here's a tip, put down the umbrella of doubt and open your heart wide, because the rain has already started to fall. The prosperity that God releases into your life is not just for you to enjoy, it is for you to overflow. The idea was never to hold back, but to share. And when you become a channel, He trusts you even more. Get ready, the wealth of the nations is being directed to those who have their hearts in the right place. Yes, you will be an answer to prayer for your family, your neighborhood, and why not, for people who don't even know you yet. Just imagine, you paying your parents' bills, helping that friend who has always been by your side, financing social projects, providing employment instead of asking for it. This is prosperity with purpose. When God sees someone who understands this, He sends it without measure. Divine provision is like this, when it arrives, it changes your life and the lives of those around you. You become a point of reference, a source of financial miracles for others. And don't think that this is something distant or reserved for millionaires. It starts with simple gestures, helping someone with a purchase, donating with joy, investing in knowledge and sharing what you learn. Multiplication comes from generosity. Get ready, your name will be remembered in meetings, your work will be recognized abroad, and your finances will become a bridge for many people to cross from scarcity to abundance. This has already started, and you are part of it. And now tell me, Are you willing to live through all of this, or are you going to keep waiting for the right moment? Because, look, the right moment is now. The financial miracle doesn't come to those who doubt, it manifests itself to those who decide to believe, even when everything seems to be the opposite. What are you going to do with everything you've heard here? Are you going to apply it, declare it, align your thoughts with abundance, or are you going to let this rain of provision pass by without opening your arms? The choice is yours. But if you've come this far, it's because something inside you has already awakened. So, start today, declare your promises, change your vocabulary, share this word with someone who also needs a change. The supernatural prosperity you've been waiting for is closer than you think, and when you take action, it comes even faster. If this content spoke to you, subscribe to the channel now and activate the bell. Here you will find direction, inspiration, and words that unlock destinies. See you in the next video, and until then, live like someone who has already received it.